I've said this before many times. um, if, as a society, your goal is to create a sober atmosphere, then you have to really look at it and ask yourself, is it attainable? And to be honest about it, the answer is no. Not only that, is it possible to stop drug dealers? Not until you can eliminate poor people, because poor people are always going to find a way to survive. And it may be something like selling drugs, stealing cars, fighting dogs, um, going out and stealing, from places and taking it to salvage yards, like Cadillac converters, copper piping. These are things that are symptoms of the problem, and that's where I get frustrated at. The problem is not the action. The problem is the person. So you have to look at all the different variables of why they do what they do. And every single person is different. They're not the same. You cannot diagnose everyone with the same thing. There's people who can go out and they can have a couple beers and everything's fine. And they're having a good time and they're not bothering anyone. So you should leave them people alone. There's other people who cannot drink. They drink two beers and they become the most annoying thing that's happened to you that week. And you end up isolating and staying away from them, and then they end up, just living in their own misery and drinking more. And it's a cycle that you can't get out of without trying to figure out what's causing it. So for me, if you're going to address it, you have to address it with an outline. And people have to have the liberty to choose their path through the addiction process before you can ever get to the end of it. You have to let people be who they are, and you have to inspire them to change. It's the old adage of the negative stimuli being timeout or this or that we developed from lab rats. We've got away from spankings, another negative stimuli. Um, and you can debate all that stuff and bring Bibles into it and everything else. But the bottom line is nobody changes until they want to change. So what makes you change? Love. Love will make you change. It comes in, people can define it as God, people can define it as a person, people can define it as a way of life. But once you love something more than what you love about your addiction, you will migrate to please that, to satisfy that. And that's the key to change. Not only for addicts, but for sports teams, for for teachers to teach, um, for people to change. You have to love something. Find out what it is that that person loves, and then walk away and watch them love it. When they find something that they love more than the chaos, they'll change. There's different kinds of addictions, and most of it to me is ego based because you're self serving. Most people are angry, they have resentment in their heart, they've been hurt, isolated, and bullied into a place where they feel comfortable, which is the fuckets. That's what it is. It's a group of people who gave up. And they're fun to be around because they're funnier than hell. They got all kinds of jokes. They got, funny philosophies and all that. But you ain't never going to see a clean house in a place like that with people like that. You're never going to find organization. You're never going to find positivity. And you're never going to find your way out until you love something. Never apologize for loving something. To me, it just happens. No matter how weird it is, no matter how much it seems like you shouldn't, and people say you shouldn't, and all this kind of stuff, it's those people with the fuck it saying. When you love something, other people will smile and they'll get a lump in their throat and they'll say, damn, look at that. You know, that little kid loves that windmill and it'll make you smile. That Christmas tree blinking has got that baby giggling and you're going to giggle. That's the power of God. So, let God do his thing, but don't shame people because they'll kill themselves. There's too much self-termination because of people mocking people. All you can do is get away from those people. If they won't let you, go to your local law enforcement and tell them these people are causing damage. Not only are they damaging you as an individual who they're stalking and mocking, they're teaching kids in your community to do the same because it's allowed to continue. It's the same thing as somebody dealing bad dope. 15 people died from Fruity Tooty over here is dope. And nobody will say nothing because Fruity Tooty will shoot your ass. It's not going to stop. So you can either be a law-abiding citizen and go tell the law to do their job, or else you can get rid of Tutti Frutti. And there's avenues to do that. That's the world we live in. Be honest. Do you want to change? Do you love something? Because if you don't waste everybody's time. Go do your thing. Be happy, bro. Get out there and be happy. Because you're never going to change if you're sad. And if you love it that damn much, give it all you got. Be the best damn drug addict ever been. But be happy. Life's too short for you not to be happy. If everybody's ashamed of you, fuck them. As long as you're happy, because that's the way you're going to live your life. I get it. Keith Whitley died when he was 29, so did Hank Williams Jr. or Hank Williams Sr. And they lived good lives. They packed it all into 29. I get it. But don't bullshit people and act like you're about something you ain't about. Either quit or tell the truth.